I want to use this video to make a pitch to the people at Psychology Today to become one of your expert bloggers. But I want to blog with a twist. I'd like to add video scribing. And I'm going to actually use this video to make my pitch for video scribing. I want to use the work of Dr. John Medina. He's a neurobiologist who studies the structure and development of the brain. In his book, Brain Rules, he looks at the basic principles of how the brain works and learns. Rule number 10 talks about how the brain is a visual organ. And he basically states that visual trumps all other senses. In other words, if we're going to learn something, visually is the most effective way to learn it. Here's basically one of the studies he quotes. Say we have an article, and this one is by Peter Lambros. Dr. Lambros writes this article, and I read it. Well, 3 days later, after I've read it, what's going to happen is the majority of the article, 90% of the article, is forgotten. I just don't even remember what it was really all about. But research will show if we add a simple picture, a picture that really summarizes what was learned, what happens then is that after 3 days, 55% of the information is retained, which is better than 10%, which we saw before. So what if we took Dr. Lambros' article and we added animation to it? Would it help us remember? I think so. So Dr. Lambros talks about basically the upside of being down, which means we're comparing and contrasting the positives and negatives of being up and down. His first statement is that down people tend to be more honest, more realistic people, where people that are up are a little bit more out of touch with things. Likewise, down people tend to have more detail-minded. They can see more details in things where up people don't. So we can really see that there's an upside to being down. Now I have to wonder if just a simple picture is going to help with retention, how is animation going to work? Well, my guess is that you're going to remember this video blog all week long, not 3 days or 4 days, but all week long because of the animation really helped make the information clear. Now let me introduce myself. I'm Brent Williams. I have a book, You Can Be Right or You Can Be Married, and it also has the companion Date Night Deck, 52 Date Night Ideas. And for the last 20 years or so, I've really specialized in relationships and how to build healthy relationships. But in the last few years, I have a new passion, excuse the pun, and that's happiness. Particularly, it's the study and understanding of flow. Flow was first developed by Dr. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, who is a Czechoslovakian psychologist working out of Chicago, and now he's working out of Chapman University in California. Basically, his work focuses on two dimensions. One, skill level, the other, challenge. And what he says is when there's a perfect balance between our skill level and our challenges, that we can find that space of flow or happiness. But what I want to suggest is that we can see something similar if we look at energy, particularly how energy works, high or low, in or out. For example, if my energy is high but focused inwards, I'm going to feel anxious or angry. But if my energy is low and it's focused inwards, I may be feeling depressed or sad. Well, what if I shift it outwards? What if my energy is low and I'm watching a sunset or enjoying a concert? Well, there I'm calm and relaxed. What if my energy is high, but again, focused outward? Well, there we see excitement, happiness, and flow. Well, by looking at all this, we can see that there is patterns to our emotions. And what I want to work on, or what I want to be an expert with, is what's called patterning, which is where we take the patterns of emotion and we really study them and help people create the patterns or the emotions that they want to create in their lives. Thank you very much for watching this video, Scribe. Again, my name is Brent Williams, and if you want to see more of my work, you can go to my website, patterningspsych.com. There you can also contact me. Take care.